The other day, the crack staff here put together a Dak Prescott presentation based on his little mini vacation. A couple of days off. The Cowboys quarterback went to Florida with his sweetheart, Natalie Buffett. And then he came home to North Texas and hung out with some kids at a 7-on-7 event. We did the story. We did a video with it. We put that story up everywhere as we do, including on Facebook. And I got to tell you, I've been doing this a long time. I'm still shocked at the hate in people's heart. Mike Fisher reporting from snowy Frisco, where you get your information from the Cowboys, not from Bristol, but from Frisco. Get it? I'm not trying to go faith-based on you here. I'm not trying to go Uncle Fish advice necessarily. Oh, maybe I am a little bit. But on Facebook alone, where this story, I'm going to check it out here, has a reach on my Facebook page, Fish Sports, Dallas Cowboys NFL with Mike Fisher. It's reached 497,911 people. It's got hundreds and thousands of reactions and engagements and comments. This is Dak Prescott. Understand the context here. I know Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys celebrity who hasn't won a Super Bowl. There's that. That's part of the context. But understand the other part of the context, that intelligent people who care about the Cowboys, who know football. Part of the context is he's on a short vacation in Florida with his girlfriend. Then when he came home, he went and hung out with a bunch of kids to make their lives, make their days, make their weeks, make their lives, hanging out at a 7-on-7 event. That's the context. Comments. If Dak cared about the team, he would take less so they could build a team around him. Okay. Bye-bye. He just wants that money and he will lay down again. Get some players who love the game, not the money. From Mike. Move to another team. Get out of Jerryville. From Gene. He's nowhere near what he's asking. I say tell him to F off. From David. Way to rehab, man. Gabriel. Let us know when it says Dak took the Cowboys to the Super Bowl. Yeah, right. Move on from Dak. Thomas, he needs to stay on vacation. Once again, the Cowboys have effed up, says Greg. Prescott's not worth it. His ankle looks horrible. How about this? This comment from Rodney actually got 5 combination of likes and hearts, thumbs up and hearts on my Facebook page. Dak sucks. He should take a swim in the ocean. The photo, of course, had the ocean behind Dak and Natalie. And try to breathe underwater. From Kevin. He ought to be in the gym. From Richard. I don't see a Super Bowl ring on his finger. From Tim. He's wasted money. Jay. Let the Giants sign him. Charlie. I am not allowed to write the truth. I'm always being under watch. I got to write what the white people say is okay. comments about the skin color of the girlfriend. And on and on and on and on. And on and on and on. Roy says he needs to be working on that accuracy and reading defenses rather than being on the beach. Guys, we've got some of that here. You know, sometimes I'm on Twitter or Facebook, and I wonder why it's such a cesspool, an echo chamber of hatred. And sometimes it has to do with politics. And that makes me sad that we've turned, you know, who you voted for into, oh, then I hate you. That makes me sad. That really wasn't the way this was designed. But this is sports. Now, we're all sitting around in a bar room, and we get to argue. I hate the Eagles. Well, I hate the Cowboys. But number one, we don't really mean it. Not hate. It's sports hate. It's fun hate. It's like I'm watching a movie and I hate the villain. Right? You don't hate the actor. You just hate the villain. It's Superman versus Lex Luthor. You don't actually hate the actor playing Lex Luthor. You recognize it's just on TV. Okay, so is this. Part of this is just a TV show. Cowboys versus Eagles versus Washington versus Giants. Part of it's just a TV show. You hate the villain. Black hat, good hat. But this is personal. And moreover, and more disturbing to me, this is Cowboy fans, but this isn't Cowboy fans saying, Dak's not worth $40 million. Although, I didn't say anything about that in the video. As you know, you've seen the video. I didn't say a word about $40 million. I didn't say, I don't know if I mentioned the word contract, but the emphasis was on Dak took a couple of days to go on vacation with his girlfriend and then came home and did what amounts to some charity work with his time with some teenagers. And that brings out the venom? I've got a couple of you on here that are going, Fish, you must be in the pocket of Dak. You must be in the pocket of the agent Todd France. You should ask Todd France if he thinks I've been very supportive of his position. Wake up. There's not that kind of sides to be taken here. We're so busy taking sides, we're not listening. You want to do conservative versus liberal, Republican versus Democrat, black versus white, hamburger versus chicken breast? I guess. But I don't want to do that here. We got some commenters. By the way, I appreciate your following, subscribing, hanging out with it. I do. It means the world to me. It means a great deal to me. This has become one of the most important things we do. But a couple of you have come on here and done the, you know, Fisher, you hate Dak, or Fisher, you love Dak. When I shared my story about my son the other day breaking his arm at Cowboy training camp, you know, it's me and my son. We're in Austin. And something was wrong with his arm. And I'm living on campus with the Cowboys. Okay, and I tried to explain. It made perfect sense. I didn't know this was going to be an expose about accusations that the reason 25 years later that I believe the Cowboys training staff when they tell me stuff about Dak's ankle or Tyron Smith's future or whatever, that was going to be an expose into how I'm biased because 25 years ago they were nice to me. I'm telling you truthfully, 25 years ago, they were nice to my son. That's the truth. I'll give you another one. 2 years ago, I was in Atlanta, and I'm on the treadmill in the hotel. Okay? And Dr. Cooper, one of the finest surgeons in the world happens to be on the treadmill next to me. Obviously, works with the Cowboys, travels with them. He's the guy in the cowboy hat. He's the doctor in the cowboy hat. He says to me, Fish, you sound like you got some heavy breathing problems. Is that normal for you? I said, yeah, it is. He says, you know what? Can I do you a favor? I said, yeah, come with me. I didn't know we were going. I didn't know where we were going. We're in the hotel in Atlanta. He takes me down to the basically players' floor, which I haven't been to in years, behind a curtain, and there's all the medical stuff. And it's me, Chris Jones, and Sean Lee. And Chris Jones kind of looks at me and says, hi. And Sean Lee, who I have a good relationship with, says, Fish, what the hell are you doing in here? I basically told him, I don't know. So Dr. Cooper and another member of the staff, medical staff, gave me a quick examination and said, I think you need to go see your doctor when you get home. You need to check into XYZ. Now, are you telling me that you think I should have said no when Dr. Cooper said, Fish, get off that treadmill and come with me? You would have said no. He thought something was, and it could have been, he thought something was wrong with me, seriously wrong with me. See, some things, and I do consider myself journalistically ethical. It's one of my pride and joys. And when I make a mistake, and I have, I'm very open about it. I'm humbled by it and open about it. But you think when one of the finest doctors in the world says to me, as a friend, you don't sound too good health-wise, come with me, you think I should say, oh no, I couldn't possibly take any advice from you. That would be journalistically unethical? Well, I mean, I might die here on this treadmill, but I'd rather die than take your advice. I had my knee surgery the other day, as I mentioned to you. The Texas Legends surgeon did my knee surgery. Now, I paid him. But no, I'm sorry, you got it backwards. I'm going to take advantage of the fact, when it comes to my son's broken arm, that I have access to somebody who knows and cares. Besides, again, in Austin, I didn't have access to anything else, and there they were. I'm on the treadmill, and one of the finest doctors in the world thinks I'm going to die. I'm sorry, I'm going to listen to him. And the handful of you, luckily it's not most Cowboy fans or most sports fans, the handful of people that are coming at these stories, whether it's Dak or whatever else, with some sort of bitterness, some sort of gotcha, some level of hatred. I think it's beneath us. I think we're better than that. Again, I'm not trying to go biblical on you, and I'm not trying to Uncle Fish you to death. I'm just asking us to think about it. Think about our comments. Think about whether we care that somebody would read them, and think about whether we care, period. Fish, out.